श्री सद्गुरु चरण कमलेभ्यो नमः। श्री ललिता महात्रिपुर सुंदर्यै नमः। Dear devotees, welcome to our Shri Vidya Samvad channel. I had been uploading videos relating to various aspects of Shri Vidya, Mantra Shastra and other related topics in Hindi and Sanskrit. Some of the devotees associated with our channel have requested us to prepare and upload some videos in English language. Hence this video, or rather our first video in English language. However, I have used the technical terms in Hindi or Sanskrit only. The topic which is taken in this video relates to mantra sadhana and mantra siddhi. We all know that mantra jap, that is repetition of particular mantra in a specified number, forms an essential part of our daily spiritual practice. Let us now see how the word mantra is defined or described in our scriptures. The scriptures say, Mananat trayate iti mantraha. This definition says that jap of a mantra protects the person who is doing mantra sadhana. This is a part of worship too of a particular devata or deity. In fact, mantra is the sound form of a deity. Each deity or devata has a mantra which is called Mool mantra of that devata. Though there may be many mantras for worshipping a devata, but his Mool mantra or main mantra is only one. Basically, a mantra is composed of some varnas, syllables, having a particular sound associated with them. These varnas are sometimes called bijas. Bij may be a single letter or a combination of many letters, though they have hidden meaning but represent some energy. Bij means seed, we all know. It may also be treated as a sound seed representing energy. Each devata is represented with some energy form or a bij. These bijas, when assigned in a specific form, make a mantra. Thus, we can also define a mantra as a sequence of bijas having power to invoke a particular devata. Now, let us come to the next point. Each mantra has some aspects or characteristics or limbs or angas. Anga. These are Rishi, Chand, or that is meter, Devata, Bij, Shakti and Kilak. I'll now describe these one by one. The Rishi of a mantra is the seer who revealed the mantra for the first time. He realized that particular mantra. in meditation. In our scriptures, the seer who revealed that mantra is called mantra drashta. So, this is Rishi. The second anga or limb is chanda. It is the meter of a mantra as per Chanda Shastra. The examples are Gayatri, Tishtup, Jagti, Anushtup, and Pankti, Chand, etc. Third characteristics is the Devata, which is the presiding deity of a mantra. In fact, it is the deity being prayed by doing japa of that particular mantra, of a particular devata. The fourth limb is the seed syllable, that is beach, which has created the mantra. It is just like a seed from which originates the entire tree. The tree has all the properties and energies of that. The beach has all the properties and energies of that particular tree and gives fruit after some time. The next limb is Shakti of a mantra. This is the power of the beej which we have already described. The sixth one is Kilak. The word Kilak means an axle or key. In fact, Kilak holds the divine energy or Chaitanya Shakti of the mantra. By Utkilan, that is by opening this lock or by removing that Kilak, the Shakti of a mantra is unlocked and it synchronizes mantra and the sadhaka who is doing mantra jap. It is important that none of these angas or characteristics or aspects of a mantra is missing. That is important. All these angas are remembered before doing mantra jap, and the process for doing this is known as viniyog. That is known as viniyog. Always done before proceeding to doing jap of a mantra. Viniyog also describes the purpose of doing jap of a particular mantra. The viniyog is mantra specific. That is, every mantra, each mantra has its own viniyog. It tells about the form or swarup of a mantra. Now, I would like to share another very important characteristics or anga or limb of a mantra which does not find its place in the viniyog of a mantra. This is called nyasa. Nyas. The easiest meaning of the word nyas is to keep. Thus, nyas means keeping of the divine energy in the various parts of the body of the sadhaka and hands. These are known as karanyas which are done on all the 6 fingers, including thumb, and Hridayadi Nyas, which are done on various parts of the sadhaka's body. Karanyas is performed by placing or touching the 5 fingers and the palm with the bijas combined with some specific vowels. Hridayadi Nyas is performed in the 6 limbs, which are Hriday or heart, Sir or head, Shikha or tuft of hairs on the head, Kavach, that is both arms like wearing an armor, Netra, eyes, and Astra by clapping the hands as a token of protection. So these are the 6 limbs where Hridayadi Nyas is performed. The respective ending bijas for these Shadanganyas are Swaha for Shanti or peace, Vashat for Vash or attracting, and Fat for Sthamban or causing immobility for rejection of all worldly sorrows. Those who are willing to know in detail about the science behind Nyas may please refer to my video in Hindi named Nyas Vigyan uploaded on this channel. I'll give a link to this in my video. We have till now described Vinayog with 6 limbs or 6 angas of the mantra and the nyas which are most important for attaining siddhi. All these angas are a must for doing mantra sadhana. Now we are going to discuss other factors without which one cannot attain mantra siddhi, without which mantra does not have any effect, and we can say that mantra does not bear any fruit. That is, mantra is not phalaprada, or it does not fulfill the desires. The desire or manorath for doing japa of a particular mantra is conveyed in Vinayog, as I have already told. The next important aspect of mantra sadhana is shuddhi or purification. Purification means self purification, which is purification of the body and the clothes which we wear at the time of doing mantra sadhana. Mind and spirit, that is internal purity as well. However, the purification of the place where mantra sadhana is done is basic requirement. The direction to which we face is also important. One may sit Uttara Bhimukh, that is facing north, or Purva Bhimukh, that is facing east, for the best results. The next important thing is asana. Asana stands for 2 things. First, the thing on which the sadhaka sits. It may be made of wool, kusha, or silk. The second thing for which the asana stands is the posture. The posture of the sadhaka must be steady and comfortable. It is very important. You must not be disturbed or be changing your posture off and on while doing mantra japa. Because the mantra japa is done for a very long time, if the posture is not comfortable, so you cannot sit for a long time. Now I would like to come to another very important aspect of mantra sadhana, which is initiation or diksha. For attaining siddhi, the diksha or mantropadesh, upadesh of the mantra, must be taken in auspicious time, that is Shuddha Muhurt, from a Siddha Guru. Siddha Guru means who has practiced that mantra which you wish to take from him, or you wish to do japa of that mantra. And Siddha Guru has attained siddhi of that particular mantra. It is also important so that you also attain siddhi by doing mantra japa. However, sadhaka should never do mantra jap at its own or simply by reading in a book. It is well said in Uddish Tantra in the following shlok. पुस्तके लिखता विद्या नैव सिद्धि प्रदा नृणाम गुरुम विनापि शास्त्रे स्मिन्नाधिकाराः कथंचन. It says that Vidya, written in the book, does not bestow siddhi. Vidya here points to mantras. Though I'll discuss what actually Vidya means at. Without proper initiation or upadesh from a guru, a person does not have any access or adhikar for any ritualistic or spiritual practice or mantra japa. After obtaining mantropadesh or mantra diksha, the sadhak is supposed to do mantra jap in prescribed number daily and at the same time after doing sandhya for obtaining siddhi. Another important aspect is purascharana of a mantra. The simple meaning of purascharana is doing japa of a mantra in a specified number within the specified time with a specified process. There is a set process for doing purascharana as detailed in Purascharana and other tantric granthas. Each mantra has its own specified minimum number which are governed by certain rules mentioned in various scriptures. The japa sankhya in Kali Yuga is 4 times or what has been mentioned for Krata Yuga in these scriptures. The jap sankhya may be ascertained from the Diksha Guru for performing Purascharan of a mantra. There are certain set of rules also which are to be followed by the sadhaka for the success of the Purascharana, which is mantra siddhi. Here I would like to mention that mantra japa performed during eclipse or grahana kal, maybe sun or moon eclipse, solar or lunar eclipse, which is called Parva Kal. Parva Kal, the japa done during this Parva Kal is equivalent to Puruscharan. So, I must emphasize that sadhaka of a mantra should not leave or should utilize this Paravakal for attaining mantra siddhi. With reference to daily japa and Puruscharan, I have talked about a specified number of mantra japa to be done daily or during Puruscharan Kal. For certain, for counting of the jap sankhya, we need a rosary of beads or japmala, which is again very important. However, this counting is also done by hand, known as karamala. But I will say something about japmala, which normally has 108 beads, that is 27 nakshatras multiplied by 4, because each nakshatra has 4 charans. So, this 108 covers all the nakshatras and all the charans. That is, entire period is covered. And among them, one nakshatra belongs to us. So, this way, this 108 number has come. According to Devata, the mala may be of Rudraksh, Kamalgatta, Tulsi, Haldi, Sphatik, etc. In this regard, Uddish Tantra, Shlok number 26/106, clarifies as I'll tell now. Rudraksh malaya japto mantra sarva phalapradaha. It says, doing mantra japa with Rudraksh mala, all the desires or manorath are fulfilled. Rudraksh mala can be used for doing jap of many deities, many devtas. For doing japa with the japmala, again certain rules are to be followed. Those who wish to know in detail about mantra jap process and rules to be followed may please refer to my videos uploaded on this channel. These are Jap Vidhan, Mantra Puruscharan, मंत्र सिद्धि और उसके लक्षण एंड मंत्र सिद्धि के विभिन्न कारक. I'll try to give links to these videos, some of these videos in this particular video. Person knowing little Hindi may very well understand the secrets of mantra, sadhana and siddhi from these videos. Better if you subscribe this channel, that is Sri Vidya Samvad channel, to have access to all these videos. Hindu scriptures say that with the help of mantra japa, the sadhaka can attain the fourfold fruit, or that is Purushartha Chatushtaya. Purushartha Chatushtaya, which are Dharma, Artha, Kam and Moksha. Here I must clarify that the mantras of a male deity or Purush Devta is referred to as mantra, and that of a female deity or Devi is referred to as Vidya. Devi mantras are also called Shakti mantras, Shri Vidya mantra holds the highest position which relates to Bhagavati Rajarajeshwari Tripur Sundari among the Shakti mantras or Vidya mantras. That is, a Shri Rajarajeshwari Tripur Sundari is a Mahavidya, is one of the Mahavidya among the 10 Mahavidyas. It has, that is Shri Vidya mantra, it has 15 letters, hence also called Panchadashi or Panchadashakshari mantra. I have said before that by doing jap of the mantra of a devta, sadhak may attain Purusharth Chatushtay. It is said that doing jap of a devta's mantra may bestow either bhog or moksha, but by doing japa of Panch Dashakshari mantra of Sri Lalita Mahatripur Sundari, one gets bhog as well as attains moksha. That is why Panch Dashakshari mantra is very important. Likewise, some mantras are purpose specific. Some may bestow good health, like Mahamrityunjay mantra of Lord Shiva. Some may give prosperity, like Mahalakshmi mantra, and also some may give buddhi and gyan, that is Saraswati mantra, etc. A person may choose a mantra according to his needs or his desire. It is very important that the japa of a mantra must be done with respect and faith in it. That is, with Shraddha and Vishwas, to get the desires fulfilled. Mantra japa should be done regularly at the prescribed time and for a specific number, so that mantra siddhi is attained. One more thing which I would like to emphasize is that the sadhaka should bear a good moral conduct. He must respect Istri Jati, that all the females must be treated as mother, as said in our scriptures, Istriya Samasta Sakala Jagatsu in Devi Mahatma. I shall conclude with the verse that a mantra is divine which is manifested in the form of sound. Our scriptures say that the mantra is itself a devta or deity. This is very, very important. One should never have bhed buddhi between devta and mantra. In fact, the subtle form of a devta is the mantra. If you wish to learn about this, please refer to my video Shri Vidya Chintan Part 9, where I have described about Panchadashi mantra, which is the Sukshma form or subtle form of Lalita Mahatripur Sundari or Shri Vidya. This attitude is a precondition for attaining siddhi of a mantra. Hope I have described various aspects of mantra shastra which may help you to attain spiritual upliftment. Devotees, you must do regularly with full faith in the devta and the mantra daily at a particular set time and in a proper place, Shuddha place of your house or any temple or mountain or one forest, etc. I wish, I hope that this all will help you. Jai Mateshwari. Jai Mateshwari.